Marvel movies, am I right? You also agree probably, and that's great. Here's the thing though, what I found more and more rewarding as these movies go on is the interconnectivity of it all. Now, interconnectivity by itself in another series of movies or books or a TV show or comics, it isn't always interesting. In fact, I often consider it a gosh darn chore. Like in a lot of 90s comic book runs, we have to read the main storyline, plus the 47,000 spin-off titles for each individual character and thread relating to the core narrative. Nah, won't do it. This is in school, and even if it was, I didn't really do homework even then. For those who are still at school, I just want to emphasize that I used to be a teacher and that you should probably do your homework. It's important. That being said, school is often a trap designed to funnel students into 9-to-5 desk jobs they hate with 2 weeks vacation a year, as opposed to letting them pursue something worthwhile they might actually enjoy. And this happens because people are scared into thinking they won't have any money or job security or health insurance. And that's a very reasonable thing to think. The thing is, you are able to take an unconventional path if you choose to. Anyone can be fired from any job at any point for any reason, so you may as well do something that makes you feel like you won't hurl yourself out of an office window one day. Also, that window may only be like 3 stories up, so you could only end up shattering both your shin bones and bruising your coccyx, and then your employee makes you pay for the glass. Like I said though, there's no shame in good solid work to support yourself and others. Hey man, we're all just trying to survive. Not everyone is pre-2007 Steve Irwin living their best life, you know. And even him. Bloody Stingray got him. But I digress. School can be a trap, think for yourself. Because with the movies within the MCU, every piece of information, no matter how small, can often have a payoff, a callback, a call forward. And sometimes that payoff can be huge. It can be something as blatant as Thor's hammer in a post-credit scene, leading to the introduction of the character Jonathan Thor. This is his real name. A lot of people don't know that. But then you also get things like in Iron Man 2, where Wakanda is just casually circled in the background. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 movies later, we actually see it. There is payoff if you pay attention. Or you look back and go, oh yeah, because that was referred to bloody yonks ago. My favourite example of this though happens in Avengers. Let's all have a good Infinity War. For years there's been speculation that the Red Skull survived being blasted into space at the end of Captain America. Subtitle, I'm the Captain, and this is America. Just speculation, mind you, nobody at Marvel really hinted at his return. And Hugo Weaving, who played him, was like, I will slam my balls in a heavy wooden door before I put that makeup on again. So I was thinking, he's probably a one and done, like most of the other MCU villains. But then I'm watching Infinity War, and bam! It was like my balls were slammed in a door. The Red Skull was back. For me, that was the biggest surprise of the movie. Not the snap and the subsequent result, just seeing this character again. Now, to some people, I'd imagine they'd be like, yeah, who cares? Or even, who is this red German skeleton and what are they doing in space? And those are all perfectly reasonable reactions. But for me, it felt like a payoff for something I'd witnessed several years prior. I mean, it tied to a movie I very much enjoyed at the time and offered an explanation for a thing that, sure, probably didn't need an explanation. Solo. But Marvel realized that people were curious, so they made this fun callback. They even went as far to recreate this character using CGI with a different actor voicing the role. But really, they could have put any character on this rock, or no character, but they did it, and I appreciate it. Again, you don't have to know the ins and outs of this universe to enjoy this scene or other moments like it. But what I've always thought is great about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that this is definitely one of those moments where the filmmakers go, all right, nerds, here you go. This one is just for you. And I don't mean that in a negative way. And I think that just about does it, because really what else is there to... But look at the Mummy reboot, for example. Remember when they were like, ooh, here's a spooky room and there's a Dracula skull in it. Okay, great. Also, who cares? The world building in the MCU is unlike any other franchise has managed to do. It seems easy to replicate, but is it? Because if it was, surely we'd see more varied and better examples of this, and not just people who thought an audience would get excited for a Dracula skull. Most who have tried an interconnected universe have failed, promising sequels and prequels and spin-offs that will almost certainly never see the light of day. And look, to be fair, with Marvel, it doesn't always work. I would be shocked if a movie ever even accidentally references one of the many Marvel TV shows. You know, if Tony Stark ever said, hey, there was a building and it was in New York and it fell down because it had dragon bones underneath it. But it's okay, the Defenders got it. The Defenders from the Netflix TV series, The Defenders. But hey, you know what? Nothing's perfect, except for the reintroduction of the Red Skull, which in my eyes is as good as. Hey, funny story. Well, it's not really funny, and it certainly isn't a story, but regardless, this video is actually part of a larger collaboration organised by Nando V Movies. He's managed to herd a bunch of different YouTubers to make videos of their own on standout Marvel scenes, and all of these have been compiled into one easy-to-access playlist. It's well worth checking out, and it's linked below and at the end of this video. And if you are coming over from one of these videos, first of all, hello and welcome. Subscribe if you like, because I think I got an Avengers Endgame review like tomorrow, maybe? And also you might want to consider checking out my podcast, The Weekly Planet, where we talk the latest in movies and comics and TV shows. That happens every Monday morning. It's on iTunes and Spotify, and it's got its own YouTube channel. Just bloody give it a googs, mate, if you're interested. But thanks for watching this. I appreciate it. Take care.